Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we've got a few issues that have cropped up since the last episode here. And first off, I want to say, when I loaded up, the Casserole District and Sigma 162 Heights were, they were bugged. They were showing like the letter index texture. I don't know why. It fixed itself when I renamed it back to the same thing it was. So I guess that just needed a reset. But more importantly, we've got a bit of a dead people issue problem. We can see that there's a number of dead people awaiting pickup. And we've also got a worker issue down in this uneducated portion over here. So, I mean, obviously we need to expand our residential. We already knew that that was very likely to be a thing. So we're just going to go ahead and expand our resi out over this way. Cool. Get a little bit in there. We're going to need more than that almost certainly. But we can get that done for now. And as far as our death care goes, I'm interested in checking, what do we have out here for hearses right now? Minimal. Okay. So I think for the moment, I simply want to find a location kind of like this one, where we lose one building and we put in a crematorium just to help cover this island. Now, we can also put in crematoriums on these municipal islands over here, and oh my. That makes a lot of sense, that there would be a lot of traffic coming this way to come down over here. Yeah, that does. However, I want to make a slightly easier path here. And specifically, I want this to come up over this way, and then we arc it around fairly gently. And I want it to come out straight and then arc it over something like this, and then merge it in over here, like that. So we have a direct connection like this. Cool. So that'll help. Let's see how that goes. Why are we cutting down the trees? Because it is money. Perfect. I still wish there was a button to get rid of all of the Twitter messages. I like to see them pop in. I don't want to completely disable it, but I wish there was a way to quick get rid of all of them. That would be nice. We can get rid of some of this. There's a lack of customers over here, and we do need some death care. A lack of workers over this way as well. So we definitely need to expand our residential offerings. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and get another block of these in. Cool. Something kind of like that. And I want to keep an eye on this traffic down here. Let's bump it up to speed 3 and see if the... I think we need to go in here. Yeah. See if this tunnel lessens the traffic that's coming this direction. Now, obviously, almost all of the traffic here is going to go this way or this way at this time. These islands are not particularly efficient to get to. So there is that. I mean, we're not seeing any backup over here. It's just fairly heavy usage right now. There's a little bit of backup right here, though. Right. Okay, so we're going to take this section back a bit, and I would like to bring this road in, like, down over here instead. Kind of like this. And then this one up over this way. Okay. Is this light residential over here? We're just going to unzone this entire island and rezone it heavy residential, or rather dense residential. That should clear up this particular location, and our power here is broken for the time being. We're going to move that down over this way-ish. Yeah, we'll have it come in over here. This is a terrible... What am I doing? This is a terrible power line. We can just go, boom, done. I'm assuming that's connected. Yes. Cool. Okay. So that should get rid of our demand for commercial zones for right now, as well as clean up this intersection dramatically. And you can tell that that already has cleaned up. So that's fantastic. We've got kind of the same thing happening here, but I do want to eliminate these bridges eventually. In fact, we could do that now-ish, if we wanted to. Yeah, we definitely could do that. So what we do is we take this out over this way and take it underground, kind of like this. And then we would see about bringing it... I would love to have it like this, but that's going to create a bridge. Yeah, this is going to not, I think, be sufficient space. What is this? Hello. I'm shocked that that actually worked. And then connect this in here. Like that. Wild. I'm shocked that that actually worked. Really, really surprised. Well, what if we were to do something kind of similar over here? I mean, I don't think that we have enough space to really bring it out over here. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Okay, so where would we do that? Maybe up over this way? Have that tunnel go in over here? That would work. And then it could link in over this direction. Well, we would need this to come in. That's maybe not going to work. We'll see about that. Hello. It does work. Shocking. And then this could connect in, like, over here. I don't love that tunnel, but it can work. Okay. I do really like getting rid of these bridges, that is for sure. For this next one, we could have this come off over this way and have it be this same sort of thing. That did not go underground. Let's try that again. Yeah, that one's too short. So we'd have to bring it in kind of like that. And in terms of actually getting down here... Yeah, that just creates a bridge. That's not ideal. We could bring it in over here and maybe get down like this. That's definitely non-great. I feel like that's not going to work. So let's get rid of that section for now. I'm not concerned about the cache at this point. I mean, we could take it way out here, or we may have to lessen this depth here. Let's see. I want to sample like here, like here. And we'll do something kind of like this. Okay. Let's see how that goes. That'll be a little bit simpler to get to. Not hugely. Yeah, I'm not shocked about that because of this situation here. So another thing that we could then do is come into our area over here, and we could just try to soften this area a little bit. It is giving up some land mass here, but I feel like broadly that's fine. We just need that to be a less steep slope. Still too steep. Okay. And no, I haven't forgotten about the theme park. We'll get back to that. For now, we're going to sample this location, and we're just going to bring this section up and soften this a little bit more. This is probably going to create some pretty wild waves over here. We'll see how that ends up going. Can we make our way down this way now? Well, we can do that, but that's not really helpful. This might be. No, this is the direction that we tried to go before, I feel like. We're able to do that. Actually, we're able to do that. And we can't get up now. That is incredibly steep. Fair enough. But what if we were to attempt to hook it in like this? I don't love that. The real idea here would be to bring it in something like that, and then link this up over this way. But we're basically never going to get down this unless we lessen the amount of depth between these channels a bit, I feel like. So what we need to do here then is grab like this level, and I'm going to go up to a slightly bigger brush here. And we're just going to add some terrain up over this way, or rather add some soil. Just to make this channel a little bit shallower here, like that. It's still maybe too deep, but it's a lot less deep than it was if we do that. That did use a lot of soil. There's no doubt about that. But then we bring that guy in over here. Yeah, we can make our way down here much easier. And we can come up over this way. Cool. I would like to have this be a bit more of a gentle curve here. So we bring it in a bit like that. A kind of crazy shape, but it works. We're almost certainly going to have some pretty major water issues here. To that end, I kind of want to put in a pumping service somewhere over here. We don't have the cash right now, though. Let's see what happens with this water. Oh, yeah. That's what I expected. Okay. But honestly, that wasn't so bad. No, that seems to be settling in nicely. Cool. So, of course, we can eliminate this bridge, and we definitely will do so. We don't want these disgusting bridges. Yeah, you'll have to turn around, bud. Cool. So then there's this bridge out over here. We've already got this tunnel here, and I feel like we can utilize this same tunnel. We can have it go, like, basically underneath this bridge if we wanted. Although, maybe that's not our best bet. Maybe it's okay. Have it branch off something like this. Yeah, that slope too steep there. And then this guy could try to curve up, like, over this... Oh, hello. Over this way somewhere. I don't really like this position. But we could bring it in up over here. Like, maybe here. And then try to merge it into that intersection. We need a little bit more distance here on this tunnel. So, like... here. I feel like that's not... Actually, that does work. Okay. That works. Cool. So we will get rid of this bridge then. This bridge is no longer necessary. Excellent. Things will reposition a little bit. It'll take some time. Get that all zoned up. Fantastic. Okay, now as far as our death care goes, has that cleaned up at all? It looks like the answer to that is a solid sort of. We've got a couple of areas that still need some death care, but that's fine. For now, we're to come down into the Spartan Hills, and I want to work on some of the more recreation-y healthcare buildings. I want to put in like a sauna over here. And over here on this side might not be a terrible place to put that. Something like there. We don't really need a medical helicopter depot right now. I would like to put a sports hall and gymnasium down here, a community pool. A lot of these things are pretty expensive, but we're going to want them. A yoga garden, how big would that be? Fairly big, but we could definitely get it in down over this way. Cool. So... we've got some, oh yeah, we don't have any gate fees yet. We don't have this set up at all. We should probably, let's see, our gate fee is going to be like, we'll leave that at around 10, but I do want to have our amusement park currently be turned off. So we're going to do that. We're not open yet. That's fine. Okay, we clearly need some death care over here. And one of the ways that I want to do that is by having a crematorium up here. It'll have to go all the way like that to get there. One thing we could think about doing is creating a closer connection here with our tunnel system, but I'm not 100% sold on that. I'm just looking at this situation. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so we could do that. We could also just put a crematorium over here somewhere. That's maybe not the worst concept. Could fit that in right there. Okay. So it will immediately send out hearses. There. That's under control. We can actually see we are cleaning up a little bit of the pollution out here, but it's slow going. We dumped a lot of poop in the water at the beginning of the game, but you know, that's just the way it goes. We do have some commercial over here. We have some industrial over here. We have a lot that needs to be developed over this way. And right now, what we need more than anything is definitely residential. So we will go ahead and zone additional residential all through here. Cool. And we may want to just fully zone our residential right now. We're going to have to expand our residential a little later on, I think. But for now, we'll get that fully zoned. And of course, we've got more industrial that we can zone over here, but we're not concerned about industrial at the moment. High crime rate out over here. I feel like we already put a police station out here. We did. That should be under control. Okay. So now as far as the park goes, we can start working on developing that. I did get the fence fully completed. I also put this sign here. Unfortunately, it is named Chirpy Land, and I don't believe that we can rename it. It is... As far as the game is concerned, it is named the JJ Gamer Park. But Chirpy Land is what it brands itself as, I suppose. But we do need to start working on developing that. We also need to develop our commercial touristy area over here. So that'll be reasonably important. We are not really bringing in any tourists right now, and you can see here we are lacking customers. Well, here comes some. Here comes a cruise ship. Hey, there's our tourists. And apparently 0 passenger service last week, but we just saw like 50 passengers get off here. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. That is certainly exciting. But we've got things like nightclubs and hotels and fire stations and things like that over here. Fire stations are not quite like some of those others, that's for sure. Okay. And here comes another one with 46 passengers this time, and 45 of them get off here. Okay, now it updates to 105. Cool. So we've got some tourists coming in over here. That's fantastic. We do require some commercial demand here, and I would like to develop that out over here. So to that end, I would like to bring in a road kind of like this one. Actually, no, we wanted to change the hatching here, didn't we? We wanted this to come down this direction-ish. Can we not snap to that angle? Thanks. Something kind of like that. Okay. And we're going to, of course, it's not going to cover this entire area, but we'll get this hatching down over this way-ish. Yes, something kind of like that. And then I'd like to have one that comes out over this way, like that. Cool. As I said, I want this to be a little bit more organic feeling and like it developed a little more naturally. Obviously it didn't, but that's the feel we're going for on a resort island here. And then we'll have this come in kind of like this, and we will have this hatching go out like this way with a pretty decent curve to it. Kind of make the area feel a little bigger than it is, maybe, because you can't see, like, straight down the road. So your line of sight is a little impeded, and it'll feel slightly larger. I like it. Okay, and bring this out at maybe a little sharper of an angle here. This isn't perfect, but it will do. Okay. And then this one needs to be around here-ish. And it needs to come out a little more like, oh, this is not going well. Okay, that's a little too much. Yeah, that's not really going to work. And that's too much there. Yeah, once the road flips around is too much. So we have to bring it in something kind of like this instead. Which means we've got this area that is undevelopable, shall we say. We could simply bring a road in kind of like this. And then another one over here. Well, maybe like over here. And then one more over this way. It doesn't use the space incredibly efficiently, but it adds a little bit of visual interest down here. And that's really what we're going for right now. So we're going to continue to develop this commercial area here. I think that the equestrian location there is going to be a little bit in the way for this road. But we can have this road terminate around here and then curve up over here. And then our next road can come in maybe a little bit sharper than that. Maybe not that sharp. Yeah, something kind of like that. A little bit of a gap here and here. I'm okay with that. Cool. This is definitely a little bit wild here. Oh, and I should be doing the decorated roads. I don't know why we're not. That is definitely something that should be happening. Maybe leave that section a little bit open because this is our waste transfer facility, and that does generate a little pollution. So this is going to be a little lower demand anyway. Let's go ahead and get all of these roads upgraded since I am, you know, dumb and didn't get that done. I don't love our corner that we have going on here. So I'm going to redo that corner real quick here, and that will just come out. I do want it to snap to angle now. That'll just come out like that. Okay. Well, now I don't love this corner. There. That'll do. That's a much better curve there that we've got going on. Excellent. And we'll just get these upgraded to be fancy roads with trees. Perfect. We can go ahead and tick forward for now. We do have some need for commercial, but we'll get there. Okay, get these areas over this way, and I think that's all of them. I think so. No passengers last week again, apparently, but we'll see. For now, I am going to zone a small area here, but I see that our demand is dropping, so we're just going to get that small area done. Cool. Now, as far as the JJ Gamer Park goes, it's a little bit of a wacky shape here, but we do have the fence all the way around. It is currently undeveloped. The question is, how do we want to develop it? I mean, we've got all of this stuff here. We definitely do want to have the buildings in this. Can we unselect this? Thanks. We're going to need, like, amusement park paths with decorations. And where do we want to take these? Well, we can immediately bring this out over, like, this way. I do want it to be freeform. And bring it out. This is a little awkward of an angle, but that's fine. We'd have it come out like this and then be a bit of a Y-split. Like that. Where it immediately goes out two different directions. This one will be kind of like along this fence line, and then this one can curve up over this way. We'll figure out...
The Coast Guard is warning of a tsunami approaching the area. Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts.
Well, that gives us something to work on. So we're definitely... Well, if the tsunami is coming in this way, it's going to hit this island hard, but it is not going to hit really very much else. We can see the tsunami shape here in the normals of the water. So the tsunami is mostly down over this way, and it's not really up over here very much. So this is going to flood heavily over here. We clearly need a water pumping service. There's no doubt about that. So where do we want to put this? That's a good question. I wouldn't mind putting it out over here. Or over here, perhaps. So, to that end, one thing that I would like to do is split off a section of road like this. And then I would like to do the same thing up over here. Actually, that works. Surprisingly, that works. Sure. And then we can put a water pumping service, maybe even two over here. Can we fit two? No, we can't fit two, but that's fine. Two would be very expensive. We do need to connect that into our water line, but we're going to have a pretty big tsunami here. Our vehicles are going to head out quite soon.
What's not to love?
Disconnected power grids? Maybe. Oh, we have a lack of water over here too. Yeah, that would be something that we need to do.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
We'll be fine on the tsunami front. I'm pretty sure. I hope. I guess we'll see. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. I just want to get this area watered. That was not an ideal water line, but I don't really care too much about the efficiency of the layout of our water lines here. It's not that big of a concern to me. Take this up over here, and then this over. That is very inefficient. Okay. How are we doing over here? We're slightly flooded. How's that pumping service? 10 vehicles in use. Cool. Well, we will begin to pump out over here. I'm not sure where our pumping vehicles are right now. Here they come. Okay, so here comes those vacuum trucks. Fantastic. And we can see that, yeah, this is going to be pretty localized to this area here. It'll hit down over this way and break a bit, and then this section will come down over here. It's not going to hit the major part of our city. It's just going to hit this residential area. And we'll be able to pump that out. I like this underwater police car. Like, this police car is aquatic. Fantastic. This car is not aquatic. It's floating away. Beautiful. So our pumping trucks are on the way. And they're not really getting too much. I don't know why they're stopping here. There's nothing there. But sure. We're going to pump this area out. It looks like the tsunami is basically over at this point. The wave will break here, and we're not concerned. This is the only place... Oh, it's hitting up here a little bit as well. I guess so. I didn't see it coming in up over here, but that's fine. We'll get that pumped out soon enough as well. This doesn't look like there's any water out over here, if I'm honest. Oh, there's a little bit. But this will probably take care of itself. I think this was a very mild hit up here. Yeah, there's some stagnant water there. We might have a few pumping trucks going out over that way. We'll see. But we'll get all of this water pumped out soon enough. We do have a pumping truck finally coming out over to this park.
A tsunami has struck the city.
Oh, it'll be fine.
And avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Okay, so we're definitely noticing some traffic over here. Yes, indeed. I'm going to upgrade this guy here to a 2-lane road, which will give us a little bit more throughput here, but not a ton. We'll see how that ends up going. And as far as the tsunami over this way goes, I mean, it's impacted a little bit over here. I'm really not too concerned about it, though. We have this pumping service. The pumping service is itself flooding a little bit, but by and large, this is fairly under control here. I was just noticing the camera move. I think that's because of the altitude of the water here. Okay, that'll be fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll deal with some of these issues that have cropped up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and, I didn't, I had my notepad in the wrong place. I didn't start with council members. I started with the peers of the realm there. Fantastic. Let's try that again. Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and all the rest. Congrats, peers of the realm. You guys got 2 shoutouts. I like it. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. That only came out a little bit scuffed. I like it.